Dev Journey number 2. Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about deploying a website, just like how I deployed my site. It's finally on the internet. And by all means, it's not the best. There's a lot of bugs on it that's going to give me a headache to solve, and I got no time for that. But it's out on the internet, and you can go on it using HTTPS. And shout out to my boy Blake. He got me a VPS. It's out in Texas, and he made the process such a convenience. So yeah, shout out to Blake. He's a really cool guy. I used VPS. I didn't use like AWS or GCP. So just a disclaimer, I'll show you how to do it on your own virtual private server. Now, doing this whole process, since it was my first time deploying a site, I usually just coding and not really getting it out there. It was a bit of an overwhelming process. I had to learn so much new things. So I purchased a domain, and once I purchased a domain, I had to learn about DNS records because I had to link it up to my VPS. Then I had to learn about the firewall settings on my VPS to allow traffics to certain ports, right? And then furthermore, I had to learn about SSL certificates. So I had to learn about SSL certificates, and at the same time I had to learn about Nginx. Because Nginx, it allows you to route the traffic, incoming traffic on port 443, which is, HTTPS, and it's going to route it to your services, whether it's like a front-end service or a back-end service. So you have to learn about Nginx and SSL. I think once you learn those 4 things, and then you're good with Docker and using Docker Compose, we're talking about a little small site, so Docker Compose is suitable. It's a bit overwhelming, but once you learn everything, voila, you got everything you need to start deploying the site. I think people need a written article, more like a written article on this rather than a video tutorial, because doing a video tutorial is quite a bit of a risk. I'm showing you guys my tech stack for one, showing you guys my server. I'd have to use my own domain, my own everything. So it's quite of a security risk. Rather, I think you guys can just read my article on my blog, and I think it'll help you guys out. Message me if you got any questions. The rest of this episode is going to be my life as a dev in Jakarta. So please refer to the website, to my article on my site. I know maybe the title is a bit misleading, but maybe we'll go over some of the things while I'm walking around Jakarta. So we're at the mall now, and I gotta finish the vlog. So, first thing I did to buy a domain, I went on Hostinger. You can go like GoDaddy, you can go Cloudflare, but I use Hostinger. Right, baby?
Right.
Yeah. And every one of these websites have a panel. Try to find that panel and go to your domain and edit the DNS records.
True.
That's all I needed to touch. And afterwards, what did I do afterwards? Okay, once you have that set, the SSL certificates, you gotta use certbot. Honestly, just use ChatGPT. It'll generate the commands for you.
True.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue the vlog later.
Okay. But now, we are gonna watch the bottom side, the Chinese. Happy Chinese New Year. We're at Sensi, having
Mall.
my
Yeah.
yogurt.
I already finished mine.
Bye, vlog.
Okay, lastly, unless you know what you're doing and you're making a cookie cutter website, you can get hosting from wherever you want. But I almost made the mistake of getting hosting from Hostinger, and that would have made me not be able to use my Golang backend, even my Next.js front end. So make sure you know what you're doing when you're getting your hosting.
That's true.
That's true.